In the realm of hip-hop, where egos clash and controversies abound, few feuds are as iconic and enduring as that between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight. This saga, steeped in drama and riddled with personal and professional clashes, has spanned decades, leaving a trail of heated exchanges, shocking accusations, and bitter rivalries in its wake. The origins of this feud trace back to the turbulent landscape of Death Row Records in the mid-1990s. At the pinnacle of the label's success, whispers of financial disputes and power struggles permeated the air, with Snoop Dogg, one of Death Row's premier artists, finding himself entangled in the chaos. In 1996, tensions reached a breaking point as Snoop Dogg opted to depart from Death Row Records, citing creative disparities and a desire for greater artistic autonomy. This decision marked a turning point in his relationship with Suge Knight, sparking a bitter and public feud that would persist for years. As Snoop Dogg embarked on his solo career, signing with Master P's No Limit Records, the rift between him and Suge Knight deepened. The move was perceived as a direct challenge to Knight's dominance in the industry, further fueling animosity between the two. Their interactions became fraught with tension, marked by icy stares and subtle jabs. Public confrontations, both verbal and physical, only served to intensify the hostility, with incidents like the heated exchange at the 2018 BT Awards, underscoring the simmering animosity between their camps. The feud took a sensational turn when Suge Knight leveled shocking accusations against Snoop Dogg, alleging that the rap icon had been secretly collaborating with the FBI as an informant for over a decade, providing crucial information about criminal activities within the music industry. These bombshell allegations rocked the hip-hop community, dividing fans and industry insiders alike. While some dismissed the claims as baseless, others speculated about their potential veracity, thrusting Snoop Dogg into the center of a media frenzy and igniting a storm of controversy. The fallout from Suge Knight's allegations reverberated throughout the music industry, casting a shadow over Snoop Dogg's decades-long career and threatening to redefine his public image. The accusations not only tarnished Snoop Dogg's reputation, but also posed significant legal and professional ramifications, leaving his future uncertain. Meanwhile, Suge Knight's own legal troubles, including his involvement in a fatal hit-and-run incident in 2015, further exacerbated tensions and added fuel to the fiery feud between the two hip-hop titans. Despite moments of temporary truce and expressions of mutual respect, such as Snoop Dogg's acknowledgement of Knight's positive influence on his life, the animosity between the two persisted. In 2022, the feud reignited over ownership disputes regarding Death Row Records, with Snoop Dogg boldly purchasing the label, a move vehemently criticized by Knight. Their public spat over the legitimacy of the deal reignited old grievances and underscored the enduring bitterness between them, ensuring that the feud remained as heated as ever. As the ongoing saga between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight continues to captivate the hip-hop community, the future of their feud remains uncertain. Will there be a moment of reconciliation and forgiveness, or will the animosity between the two endure indefinitely? Only time will tell as the drama between these two iconic figures in hip-hop unfolds, leaving fans and industry insiders on the edge of their seats, eager to witness the next chapter in this enduring saga. In the mid-1990s, Death Row Records stood as a titan in the hip-hop industry, propelled by its roster of talent and the shrewd leadership of its co-founder, Marion Suge Knight. However, beneath the surface of its success lurked a web of tension and power struggles that would ultimately rupture relationships and fuel long-standing feuds. Among those caught in the crossfire was Calvin Cordozar Broadus Jr., better known as Snoop Dogg, whose meteoric rise to stardom under the Death Row banner would soon become entangled in a maelstrom of controversy. As Death Row Records basked in the glow of its unprecedented success, rumors of discord began to circulate within its hallowed halls. Snoop Dogg, hailed as one of the label's brightest talents, found himself at the epicenter of this brewing storm. Despite his skyrocketing fame and commercial success, tensions between Snoop and label co-founder Suge Knight simmered beneath the surface, fueled by disputes over creative control, financial arrangements, and personal differences. The pivotal moment arrived in 1996 when Snoop Dogg made the audacious decision to sever ties with Death Row Records, a move that sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community. Citing irreconcilable differences and a desire for greater artistic freedom, Snoop embarked on a new chapter in his career, leaving behind the tumultuous environment of Death Row in pursuit of greener pastures. Snoop's departure marked the beginning of an acrimonious chapter in his relationship with Suge Knight, as the fallout from his exit reverberated throughout the industry. The rift between the former collaborators deepened, fueled by public statements and veiled accusations that hinted at the underlying animosity between them. as Snoop Dogg ventured into uncharted territory, signing with Master P's No Limit Records. The stage was set for a bitter and protracted feud that would endure for decades to come. Following his departure from Death Row Records in 1996, Snoop Dogg's transition to Master P's No Limit Records marked a pivotal moment in his career trajectory. Embracing a newfound sense of independence and artistic freedom, Snoop embarked on a journey that would redefine his place in the hip-hop landscape while exacerbating tensions with his former label boss, Suge Knight. Under the banner of No Limit Records, Snoop Dogg sought to carve out a distinct identity separate from the shadow of Death Row. Aligning himself with Master P's innovative approach to music production and distribution, Snoop embraced the opportunity to explore new creative avenues and expand his artistic horizons. As Snoop Dogg flourished under the banner of No Limit Records, his success served as a poignant rebuke to the hegemony of Death Row and its embattled co-founder, Suge Knight. With each chart-topping album release and sold-out performance, Snoop's star continued to rise, cementing his status as a formidable force in the hip-hop pantheon. However, Snoop's newfound success only served to further stoke the flames of animosity between himself and Suge Knight. As the feud between the two industry titans intensified, public exchanges and veiled barbs became commonplace, fueling speculation and intrigue within the hip-hop community. Despite the escalating tensions, Snoop Dogg remained steadfast in his pursuit of artistic autonomy and personal fulfillment. With each milestone achieved and accolade earned, he forged ahead on his own terms, leaving behind the tumultuous legacy of Death Row Records, while laying the foundation for a new chapter of his storied career. As the feud between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight escalated, personal attacks became a hallmark of their ongoing conflict. What began as a professional rivalry soon devolved into a series of public exchanges, fraught with acrimony and vitriol. Both Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight didn't shy away from targeting each other's personal lives in their verbal-sparing matches. These attacks were often aimed at undermining the other's reputation and credibility, further deepening the animosity between them. Suge Knight, known for his brash demeanor, didn't hold back in his criticisms of Snoop Dogg. He frequently used his platform, including his Collect Call podcast, to launch scathing allegations against the iconic rapper. These allegations ranged from questioning Snoop's loyalty to accusing him of involvement in illegal activities. In response, Snoop Dogg didn't hesitate to hit back, employing his own arsenal of verbal barbs and innuendos. He took to social media and other public forums to defend himself against Knight's accusations, often resorting to pointed remarks and biting sarcasm. Amidst the mudslinging, one of the most sensational claims made by Suge Knight involved allegations of infidelity against Snoop Dogg's wife, Shantae Broaddus. By bringing Snoop's personal life into the spotlight, Knight aimed to inflict maximum damage and sow seeds of doubt among fans and industry insiders. These personal attacks not only intensified the feud between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight, but also contributed to the broader spectacle surrounding their conflict. As the public watched on, the war of words between the two hip-hop luminaries reached a fever pitch, captivating audiences and dominating headlines. Amidst the escalating feud between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight, the conflict took a dramatic turn with the emergence of explosive allegations and ensuing legal battles. These developments further fueled the already intense animosity between the two iconic figures in the hip-hop world. Suge Knight, known for his penchant for controversy, didn't hold back in making shocking claims against Snoop Dogg. Among the most sensational allegations was Knight's accusation that Snoop Dogg had been secretly collaborating with the FBI as an informant for over a decade. According to Knight, Snoop had been providing crucial information about criminal activities within the music industry, including drug trafficking and organized crime, in exchange for immunity from prosecution. These allegations rocked the hip-hop community and sent shockwaves throughout the industry. While some dismissed Knight's claims as desperate attempts to regain relevance, others couldn't ignore the gravity of the accusations. The implications of Snoop Dogg's alleged double life as an informant were staggering, raising questions about his integrity and loyalty. As the allegations gained traction, legal battles loomed on the horizon. Snoop Dogg, faced with the potential fallout from Knight's accusations, found himself navigating a complex web of legal challenges and public scrutiny. The pressure mounted as news outlets dissected every detail of the allegations, fueling speculation and adding to the intrigue surrounding the feud. Despite the mounting legal and public relations challenges, Snoop Dogg maintained a stoic silence, refusing to dignify Knight's allegations with a response. His silence only served to heighten the speculation surrounding the accusations, leaving fans and critics alike clamoring for answers. The explosive nature of the allegations and the ensuing legal battles underscored the deep-seated animosity between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight. As the feud continued to unfold in the public eye, both parties braced themselves for the long and arduous battle ahead, aware that the repercussions of the conflict would extend far beyond the confines of the hip-hop world. The repercussions repercussions and fallout of the feud between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight reverberated throughout the hip-hop community and beyond, leaving a trail of consequences for both parties involved. For Snoop Dogg, the fallout from the feud threatened to overshadow his decades-long career and tarnish the legacy he had built. The allegations made by Suge Knight, particularly those regarding Snoop's alleged collaboration with the FBI, cast a shadow over his reputation, raising doubts about his integrity and loyalty within the industry. The public scrutiny and media frenzy surrounding the feud had a significant impact on Snoop Dogg's personal and professional life. The once beloved artist found himself under intense scrutiny, with sponsors and business partners reconsidering their associations with him in light of the allegations. Furthermore, the legal battles and ongoing conflict with Suge Knight added another layer of complexity to Snoop Dogg's already turbulent journey. The stress and pressure of defending himself against Knight's accusations took a toll on Snoop, both emotionally and professionally, as he sought to navigate the storm of controversy surrounding him. On the other hand, for Suge Knight, the fallout from the feud marked a continuation of his tumultuous journey in the music industry. Already a controversial figure with a history of legal issues, Knight's involvement in the feud further tarnished his reputation, cementing his status as a polarizing and divisive figure within the hip-hop world. The legal battles stemming from the feud, including Knight's own legal troubles, compounded the challenges he faced, ultimately culminating in his conviction for voluntary manslaughter in 2018. The incident marked the end of Knight's reign in the music industry and the beginning of a new chapter in his life, one defined by incarceration and the consequences of his actions. As the dust settled on the feud between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight, the hip-hop community was left grappling with the fallout, grappling with the implications of the conflict and its impact on the wider industry. The legacy of the feud would endure, serving as a cautionary tale of the dangers of ego, power struggles, and unresolved conflicts in the world of hip-hop. Following the escalation of tensions between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight, the feud took a dramatic turn with explosive allegations and legal battles that further intensified the animosity between the two figures. One of the most significant moments came when Suge Knight publicly accused Snoop Dogg of betraying Death Row Records and collaborating with law enforcement agencies, including the FBI. Knight alleged that Snoop had provided information to authorities, leading to legal troubles for Knight and other Death Row associates. These accusations rocked the hip-hop community and fueled speculation about Snoop's loyalty and integrity. In response, Snoop Dogg vehemently denied the allegations, asserting his innocence and loyalty to Death Row Records. He portrayed Knight's accusations as baseless and fueled by personal vendettas rather than factual evidence. Despite Snoop's denials, the allegations cast a shadow over his career and reputation, leading to widespread scrutiny and speculation within the industry. The feud between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight also spilled over into the legal arena, with both parties engaging in lawsuits and legal battles. Snoop Dogg filed defamation lawsuits against Knight, seeking to clear his name and hold Knight accountable for his damaging accusations. These legal proceedings further escalated the conflict and added a layer of complexity to the feud, prolonging the animosity between the two parties. The legal battles between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight underscored the high stakes involved and the personal and professional consequences of their feud. Beyond the courtroom, the legal proceedings served as a battleground for the ongoing conflict between the two figures, with each side seeking to assert their dominance and vindicate their respective positions. Ultimately, the explosive allegations and legal battles deepened the rift between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight, fueling a feud that would continue to simmer for years to come. The accusations and legal proceedings left a lasting impact on both parties, shaping their reputations and legacies within the hip-hop community and beyond. The repercussions and fallout from the ongoing feud between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight reverberated throughout the hip-hop community and beyond, leaving a trail of consequences for both parties involved. For Snoop Dogg, the allegations made by Suge Knight had a significant impact on his career and public image. Despite vehemently denying the accusations, Snoop faced heightened scrutiny and skepticism from fans, industry insiders, and the media. The allegations tarnished his reputation and cast a shadow over his legacy as an iconic figure in hip-hop. The legal battles and public scrutiny surrounding the feud also took a toll on Snoop's personal life, adding stress and strain to his relationships and daily life. Similarly, Suge Knight faced repercussions from the ongoing feud, including legal and financial challenges that further tarnished his already controversial reputation. The allegations and legal battles contributed to a downward spiral for Knight, leading to increased scrutiny from law enforcement and the media. His involvement in various legal issues, including the hit-and-run incident that resulted in a conviction for voluntary manslaughter, further damaged his standing in the music industry and society at large. Beyond the personal consequences for Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight, the feud also had broader implications for the hip-hop community. The public nature of the conflict and the sensational allegations made by both parties fueled speculation and debate within the industry. The feud underscored the tensions and power struggles that often lurk beneath the surface of the music business, shedding light on the complexities of relationships between artists, labels, and industry executives. Ultimately, the repercussions and fallout from the feud between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight served as a cautionary tale for those involved in the music industry, highlighting the dangers of unchecked use, personal vendettas, and the pursuit of power. The feud left a lasting both men and the hip-hop as a whole, serving as a reminder of the high stakes and attempts at reconciling Snoop and Suge. Despite ownership disputes over Snoop Dogg's master recordings and royalties further strained relations between the two camps, with legal battles dragging on for years in the courts. These disputes not only hindered any attempts at reconciliation, but also served to deepen the animosity and distrust between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight. Ultimately, despite occasional gestures towards reconciliation and peace, the ongoing ownership disputes and legal battles continued to fuel the feud between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight, preventing any meaningful resolution to their long-standing conflict. The attempts at reconciliation served as fleeting moments of hope in an otherwise contentious and bitter feud, highlighting the challenges of finding common ground in the face of deep-seated animosity and complex legal entanglements. In conclusion, the feud between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight stands as a testament to the complexities and conflicts within the hip-hop industry. Despite decades of animosity, legal battles, and personal attacks, the ultimate resolution of their feud remains uncertain. The ongoing saga between these two iconic figures has captured the attention of fans and industry insiders alike, with each twist and turn adding to the intrigue surrounding their relationship. From their initial signs of tension in the mid-1990s to the explosive allegations and legal battles that followed, the feud between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight has left an indelible mark on the history of hip-hop. As the years have passed, attempts at reconciliation and moments of temporary truce have offered glimpses of hope for a resolution. However, these efforts have often been overshadowed by lingering disputes over ownership, royalties, and personal grievances. The uncertain future of the feud leaves fans and observers alike wondering whether Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight will ever be able to put their differences aside and move forward. While the possibility of reconciliation remains, the deep-seated animosity and legal complexities surrounding their relationship make it difficult to predict what the future holds. Ultimately, the feud between Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of fame, power, and ego within the music industry. As both men continue to navigate their respective careers and personal lives, the legacy of their feud will undoubtedly endure, shaping the narrative of hip-hop for years to come.